Hello, and welcome to the Eve the Trees podcast, also known as background noise. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about a couple of specific things for once. I actually wrote something down, so I guess let's just get right into it, with, hunting season right around the corner, and as a hunter myself, I look forward to hunting. But yeah, no. So I think, So for hunting season this year, it starts in a couple days here. I'll be going up to the family property and, I'm hoping to get myself some deer. I know a lot of people like to, put out, plots of corn and stuff and, even plant veggies and whatnot. I haven't done so much of that, as much as literally nothing at all, because I've been kind of busy working, just doing my thing, trying to pay bills and whatnot. But finally, for once in a very, very long time, I have enough free time to make my way into the woods and have a good time. Spend some time in nature, breathe some fresh frickin' air for once, and yeah, I look forward to it. But I'll be damned if I don't come home with some venison. We have a little tree stand up in the backwoods that I haven't quite put up yet. I reckon I can do that once I get up there, but we'll see. I might just stick to the ground. Try and do some drive type hunts. I know my buddy's got some land as well, so I reckon I'll be out there. I like to. So I started out hunting when I was 11 years old. We had just moved up to the middle of fucking nowhere, and Mom, for whatever reason, kind of just went, I guess, all Annie Oakley or whatever, and fucking, she was like, well, we gotta kill our food around here now, because that's just how it is. And so, she wasn't wrong. That is the way it be. So we had gone to go buy our first guns, and boy, was that was honestly pretty fun. Just browsing. Man, I tell you what, ever since I was, oh man, well, ever since I knew what a gun was, I always thought they were pretty freaking neat. Just watching movies and TV and whatnot. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a psychopath, whatever. But I don't know. I like the mechanical side of things. I like the way everything's engineered and fits just perfectly and works just right. It's honestly pretty fascinating, what it actually takes to make a firearm. I mean, they can be dumb simple, but also, overtly complex. It's almost like a type of watchmaking, I feel like, Like, you get those fancy fucking Rolexes where you can see all the fucking gears and shit. Honestly, I think those are dope, but boy, do I not have fucking Rolex money. But yeah, no, I have moderate gun money. No, I don't. I don't have money for anything. I wish I had gun money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a solid few. Like for hunting, I use a 308, and but yeah, no. So where I was going with that story before I get too off track is so when we had first started to go get our guns, me and my mom, because that's just who it was. It was just me and her. Because, just being a fucking middle schooler, I'm not going to go buy a gun myself. So, yeah, we went to a bunch of different places, actually, but we settled on going to a place in Birchwood to, make our selection. After looking around and trying to compare prices and whatnot, and eventually we settled on it was a 243 Remington 770 is what I used for my first hunt, and well, up until I bought my 308. But and then my mom actually got like a single shot, like 3-barrel combination gun, which, I guess it's cool because you get different barrels, nice, but at the same time, it's a single shot. I guess, like, if you have to make follow-up shots, I'd like at least want something else, at least like a bolt action or something, otherwise you're just futzing too much, scrambling to get another shell in the fucking barrel while your meat is prancing away. But yeah, no, so I'm pretty excited to get back out there, get back in the woods, and yeah, I know I could probably get some good money for the deer hide or something. I'd like to get a buck, but honestly, it doesn't really matter to me because, well, meat's meat. You can eat whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. Still got a sight in my rifle though. I'm a little ashamed of that, but oh well. Been busy as shit, doing shit around the house and whatnot. But yeah. I guess. Yeah, no, so pretty much I like hunting because, I don't know, I'm a pretty solitary guy. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily, like, by design. I don't know. Because I moved to a city pretty much away from all my friends and shit, up in the fucking woods where I grew up and shit. But yeah, so it's funny because, like, living in the city, there's more people and shit, but I feel almost like more secluded because, I don't know, there's just a lack of trust, I guess, with people in the city. You never know what sort of intentions people have, or whatnot. But yeah, no, it's definitely good to have a good close close group of friends who you can rely on. But it's kind of sad to say that because, well, in an idealistic world, like, you should be able to, trust your neighbor wherever you go, You should be able to, have faith that, other people are looking out for you. But it's easy to get caught up in, like, your own, I guess, your own problems, really. And boy, it's hard to get out of that loop of, just kind of self-pitying and victimizing yourself and then taking it out on other people that don't even aren't really necessarily aware, and, well, it's unfortunate, but I just hope that with the general marching of time, I feel like overall society is doing better. But that could just be a baseless opinion, because honestly, you can't really know what it was like for, say, just a family of people out in the wilderness, like 12,000 years ago would be like. I mean, granted, it'd probably be pretty fucking rough, considering you have to eat or kill and fucking hunt and kill what you eat and fight off what's trying to eat you. But I feel like it's almost the same now, but it's not necessarily animals trying to kill you. It's greed. It's like people disregarding the safety and health of others just to make money. And it's kind of sad, I feel like pretty much no matter who you are, where you go, you should be able to count on, not getting stabbed on the back, really. But it seems like some people are just eager to exploit the unaware, people who are oblivious to, I guess, nefarious plots or whatever. Because, if say you're just some country folk, man, it's so easy to get scammed. Like, my buddy Carter kind of got fucking taken for a ride. Like, he was trying to buy a truck or whatever, and the guy made him pay in fucking gift cards or something. And yeah, I was honestly really fucking sad because, like, he didn't know. He didn't watch, like, fucking YouTube scam videos and shit. Like, he's just a guy trying to make a living, and as, like, a fucking welder and shit. He didn't really have time to keep up with all that fucking bullshit, but it's easy to get scammed if you don't know what you're doing, or are just new in general. You gotta do your research, and you gotta make sure that research has some good sources. Because otherwise, you're going to be fucking in a bad way. Out of shape, out of commission, fucking dunzo. But yeah. Unfortunately, living in the city, yeah, it's just, well, and in my line of work, just doing contracting and shit, like, I don't really necessarily have time to go out and meet new people and fraternize and whatever and whatnot, and, like, the job in and of itself is pretty solitary. Like, yeah, you come across other people, but you aren't really necessarily making friends, because at the end of the day, it's all business, you know? Fucking no harm, no foul. Fucking you wave and then you go home, and as it is. But it's unfortunate because I've gotten into watching a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons videos on YouTube and shit, and like, god dang it, I want to play me some of that shit. I want to make a fucking cool fantasy dude and fucking, I don't know, fight dragons or some shit in my brain. I don't know. I also think it'd be really sweet to like have an animator like animate all that shit. But the videos that I've been watching, they actually use like generative AI to fucking make, I guess, images to represent what's happening and shit. And honestly, it's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. So makes me jealous, man. Like, I don't have a group of homies that'd be down to, waste time in that shit. And it's funny though too, because like the YouTube videos that I was watching, I think they kind of just stopped because, well, for one, the dude's fucking mom died or something, and then yeah, I don't know. It's a sad day. But yeah. So yeah, I have no friends to play Dungeons and Dragons. It is a sad day for me, and sad day for everybody. I don't know. Other than that, I guess on a more serious note, like, I've been doing a lot of thinking about, like, just being a parent more, I guess. And I don't know if that's just, like, because I'm getting older and fucking, I don't know. I feel like, well, for one thing, I look at, like, how I grew up, and shit, dude, I did not want my parents to be my parents. Because it sucked, honestly. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm sure it sucks for most everybody. Like, everybody has their story and whatnot, but for me, it sucked too. And I suppose we could get into that on another day. But yeah, no. So, like, but that leads me to the question: would I want myself as a parent? And like, you can't really, I don't know. Like, I feel like you can't let your ego really play too much of a factor. Like, you have to really take a look at yourself and think about, like, well, how hard would it be to pass on the knowledge that you have? How hard would it be to, I mean, like, people say that it's just stupid hard, but I feel like at the same time there's other things making it hard for those people. Like, I know, like, having more or less like narcissistic mothers is a huge common trope, and absent fathers. And so, coming from that sort of situation, like, you can only try and be as compassionate and fucking, well, you want to be as opposite to that as possible, unless you're just continuing the cycle, you're just unaware or whatever. But yeah, no, I think for myself anyway, like, I try to maintain a good work ethic. I try to create multiple avenues of revenue, and I try to remain diverse in my hobbies and trying to keep my brain sharp, and as well as my body, and trying to just keep sharp, fucking fit. And I mean, honestly, that's all you hope to really fucking pass on, because you can only teach a kid so much, I feel like, as well, because I mean, it gets to a certain point where they kind of have to learn for themselves, because I mean, when I ask anybody who's ever been in a similar situation, they say the same thing. Like, they either get consumed by the chaos, or they look inwards and start learning themselves. And I mean, I guess that's the best that we can do, really, is just try and have the self-awareness to understand when we're right and when we're wrong. It can seem so simple when you think about it like that, but it's a lot harder when especially now, when, like, the victimhood mentality is, like, stupid prevalent, and like, just being narcissistic and having a huge ego online, and, like, just shit talking everybody, and, like, just, I guess, it creates more negativity, and people don't understand that they're contributing. And well, yeah, I feel like I should, like, I gotta keep reading and stuff so that I can better help people understand what what's good and what's not. I feel like I've been put on this earth to fucking help, man, and I'll do that in any way I can. If I, like, right now for work, I'm, like, putting up gutters and just trying to do the best that I can for the customer. And I mean, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling, but yeah. Before I get too rambly though, back on the whole like kid subject, like shit, dude. Buddy of mine is having another kid, and like I'm pretty sure you're only allowed to have one baby shower. I mean, I'm not gonna talk shit, but homie's had a baby shower for every single one of his kids, and I mean I get it. You need all the help you can get, so like I'm not gonna hate because I'd probably need all the help I could get too. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure my sister didn't have another baby shower or whatever. Or I might have been wrong actually. I could be just totally fucking wrong and just be spouting a bunch of fucking bullshit. And I wouldn't know because boy howdy, attention deficit disorder is a motherfucker. But yeah, and like but yeah, back to the whole kid topic. Like, I look forward to eventually, being a father and shit, and like, actually being able to provide a good foundation for the next generation. Because I feel like that's gonna be really fucking important. Because, I mean, well, shit, dude. Like, just the nature of the current climate of the world. Like, it's fucking getting rough out there, Holmes. Fucking jeepers. Like, the Israel Hamas shit, bro. Like, it... Like, I don't know. I can never be too sure, like, if something's fabricated or not. And, like... I just feel like to better ensure a better future, like we gotta make sure that our kids are fully prepared for, like, well, I mean, I guess you can never be fully prepared, but goddamn prepared enough for the future and like, rough fucking times, because if shit doesn't get sorted out soon, like it's gonna be more rough times. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be around to fucking see it go down, but dang, I really I would like to make sure that, my little chitlins can figure it out, So I feel like it's important that I take it upon myself to, like, start learning as much as possible about everything, really. And, because a jack of all trades is better than a master of one, or isn't, or I don't know how that goes, but, fucking being able to have a wide knowledge base is definitely a lot better than having a fucking narrow view base or whatever. But yeah, no, so, I mean, just having the skills to be able and harvest your own food, whether it be through hunting or farming, like it's really fucking necessary, and having the skills to be able to, like, build your own house and like provide for your family, and like understanding like pretty much the world around you, like the dirt, the like fucking what you need for pH levels for fucking food growing, and like having proper, hatcheries and ponds and whatnot. And all these things are really important, and I hope to learn a shit ton more about it. other than that, yeah, no, really, haven't been thinking too much. But, that leads me to another question that I kind of had. Like, we see humans as having, as the only emotion, or the only creatures having emotions. And like, but I mean, how you can't tell me for 1 second that we are, because, well, I don't know, fucking, like, I don't know, fucking other animals for sure have emotions, but like, the emotions that humans feel especially are very interesting. Like, and like happiness, sadness, anger, fear, and I guess love. I mean, I guess that has to come from evolution, huh? Like, just having those emotions make you better at observing and adapting to your environment and whatnot. But, like, at the same time, what if you were like a different, like, type of dimensional being? Like, what if you lived on the fucking 5th or 10th dimension or something? Like, what kind of emotions would that bring forth? You know, I feel like, because you'd have to understand so much more, like, I don't know, just even to comprehend the reality that you're living in. I think if we are to have an emotion that's closest to being like multi-dimensional, I feel like it would have to be love, because it is the opening to, like, well, for one, creating new life, but also, like, fucking, well, I don't know, just appreciating other people's perspectives and trying to understand more, as opposed to trying to destroy. I think, because I feel like that's at the root of things, is sort of what kind of elements make up the universe. Is, you know, fucking, well, you know, like yin and yang, fucking chaos and peace and whatnot, and just, you know, having to survive and thrive. And so I think it's important to, fuck it, man, just love a little bit more, dude. ain't nothing wrong with just fucking hugging it out. There you have it. I'll leave it right there I'll wish some hugs for thugs. Fucking get out of here.